Good morning, one and all. A very warm welcome to everyone present here. I, Shruti Gadve, student, Vice Chairperson, AISSMS COE IST Student Chapter, on behalf of AISSMS College of Engineering and AISSMS IST Students Chapter, welcome you all. I extend my welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai, sir, President IST Student Chapter, New Delhi. Honorary Joint Secretary Sri Suresh Shinde sir, respected Principal Dr. D.S. Burmani sir, all the HODs of the departments, respected management members, professors, and our participants from across the nation. Today, we all are gathered here for the inauguration ceremony of IST Students Chapter. So without further ado, let's begin our session. I once again welcome you all. Devi Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. She is authority on academics and arts. So let's start our session by devoting Devi Saraswati. Now I call upon Ms. Mihika Kher for Saraswati Vandana.
Ya kundendu tusharhar dhavala, ya shubhra vastravrata, ya veena varadanda manditakara, ya shweta padmasana, ya brahmachuta shankara prabhutibhi, devai sada vandita. Samam patu saraswati bhagavati nishesha jadyapaha.
Thank you, Mihika. That spread a positive vibe among us. Now, we would like to virtually felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai sir, and our Joint Secretary, Shri Suresh Shinde sir. Thank you, sir. Now,
Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, sir. Om Namah Shivaya, sir. Now, I would call upon Ms. Soumya, Student Chairperson, AISSMS COE IST Student Chapter, to brief us about IST Student Chapter.
Good morning, everyone, and Om Namah Shivaya. So today, Soumya, Student Chairperson of AISSMS COE Pune ISTE Students Chapter, will brief you all about our chapter. So our vision is to enhance technical, professional, and personality development of all our members. Our mission is to create a helping community where we interact and help each other to acquire knowledge and then help society with our behavior and our acquired knowledge. Our motto to achieve our vision and mission is to organize weekly quiz, export lectures, industry talks, a lot of brainstorming sessions, counseling services, cultural programs, training, etc. for public speaking and report writing and all, just to achieve our mission and vision for our students. So here's our core team. Our faculty advisor is Mr. N.P. Mavle, sir. Along with that, we have around 9 faculty coordinators for each department. So I am the student chairperson. Ms. Shruti Gadve is the student vice chairperson. Mr. Bhaskar Soman is the student secretary. We have around 3 departments, namely documentation team headed by Ms. Devanshi Vadekar along with 4 core team members, creative team headed by Ms. Sabha Sai along with 5 core team members, technical team headed by Mr. Harsh Oswal along with 6 core team members. And apart from this, we have 14 department coordinators and student coordinators team to coordinate with the different departments. And in total, we have around 506 members. These are some of the activities which we have conducted till now. As you can see, webinar, motivational talks, a lot of national level quiz and competitions. And the latest ones are tagline competition and a weekly technical blog named Blogotech. So I would like to take time of around a minute to explain about what is Blogotech. So as we all know that reading a lot of research papers and working on research is really important in today's time. So that's why we have launched a blog in Blogotech for our students So as a lot of students who are my ISTE members are studying about different technical topics. So whatever they study, because they study in a lot of detail, so they summarize all their knowledge in 1 to 2 paragraphs, and we publish those paragraphs on our official Instagram channel of our AISMS COE ISTE weekly named Blogger. I think this is the best way to motivate students to read more. These are glimpses of some of the activities which we have conducted till now. So as I mentioned about the tagline competition, so we have our tagline now, which came from we got a lot of entries, but the winner tagline is Pradyogikya Vidya Amrit Shnute, which was given by Suyog Chaudhary of SE Chemical ISTE Students Chapter. He excelled in a lot of entries. So the meaning of our tagline is Pradyogikya, which means technological or technical, Vidya, which means knowledge, Amrit Shnate, in which Amritam means it's like eternity or immortality, and Ashnate means to get. So Pradyogikya Vidya Amritam Shnate means immortality through technical knowledge, or we can say gaining technical knowledge is very important in current situations. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Soumya. That was really informative. Now, I would like to call upon Professor Nitin Mavre sir to address the gathering.
Good afternoon all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So, good afternoon all and warm greetings from AISMS College of Engineering, Pune. I, Professor Nitin Mavre, Faculty Advisor, AISMS COE IST Student Chapter, heartily welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai sir, President, IST, New Delhi. Honorary Joint Secretary sir, AISMS Society, Sri Suresh Shinde sir, Principal, AISMS COE Pune, Dr. D.S. Bormane sir, all executive committee members of IST, those who are present here, and all the head of the department and other dignitaries from outside Maharashtra, and few international participants, faculty participants from abroad also. Just for a kind information of chief guest, AISMS College of Engineering Pune became an institutional member of IST long back in the year 1994. We have formed the faculty student chapter in the year 1997, and last year we have started the activities of IST student chapter. But due to the COVID pandemic, the inauguration ceremony delayed. Initially, we thought that we will organize that in offline mode, but due to that COVID problem arises, now we are meeting here virtually for this online inauguration session. Sir, I proudly say that AISMS College of Engineering Pune is a very strong in professional societies activities. We have 100 plus faculty members with IST professional membership, and in the entire AISMS society, more than 200 IST faculty members as a corporate members are there. As our student chairperson said earlier, we have registered 506 student members during the COVID-19 pandemic, and for that means we have received an appreciation letter from Honorary Secretary IST saying that means we have done the fantastic work during the COVID-19 pandemic. So we have taken many faculty development programs under IST faculty, under the banner of IST. And recently, yesterday only, we have completed one week of faculty development program on augmented reality and virtual reality. So the date was from 21 to 25th June. So for this FDP, sir, we have got a huge response, and the participation details are as follows: international entries 10, other state entries 400 plus, and Maharashtra entries near about 658, including Pune. So total participation for this FDP was 1068. So the huge response we have received, sir, for this FDP under the banner of IST. So this FDP was organized by Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, AISMS College of Engineering Pune under the you can say technical sponsorship of IST. So in a coming future, so we are planning to organize such innovative events which will benefit all stakeholders from the society, sir. So our Department of ENTC student chapter of Institution of Engineers India selected as the best engineering college student chapter award for consecutively 7 years, last 7 years. And the award includes rupees 20,000 trophy and certificate. Also, our Computer Society of India student chapter received best student chapter award 4 times in the region 6, that is Maharashtra and Goa region. And I am fortunate to work as a faculty advisor for both the chapters. Under my tenure, AISMS College of Engineering Pune won 11 times the best student chapter award of professional societies. And sir, recently we have sent a nominations for 6 awards in Maharashtra State IST and hoping for the positive results too, sir, for these 6 awards also. This is the one step ahead in our IST student chapter professional societies. And as a faculty advisor, I assure you that the ASMS IST student chapter will show a positive outcomes in coming future. So we are requesting you, sir, to kindly motivate our students, member, and faculty corporate members to do miracles in future IST events. So we are looking forward your guidance and a constant support from your side, sir. So with this, sir, I am just concluding my speech here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was really informative. Now, I would like to call upon Dr. D.S. Burmane, sir, Principal AISSMS COE, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. I personally and on behalf of AISSMS College of Engineering, welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai, sir, President IST New Delhi. Also welcome respected Honorable Sri Suresh Pratap Shinde, sir, Honorary Joint Secretary AISSMS. I also welcome the participants from outside the organizations. There are more participants from outside also, and all heads of departments, faculty members, and my dear students. I first of all congratulate Soumya and her entire team for doing fantastic activities under banner of IST. As Maurice has mentioned, just for the information of chief guest, he knows our AISSMS organization, but still I want to mention about my institute, AISSMS COE, the All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society's College of Engineering, is started way back in 1992 under umbrella of AISSMS, which is established by His Highness Excellency Sriman Shahu Chhatrapati Maharaj of Kolhapur in 1917. Sir, in AISSCOE, we are having 8 undergraduate programs in engineering, namely chemical, civil, computer, electrical, electronics and telecommunication. And we have 2 industry-oriented programs, namely mechanical sandwich and production sandwich. The speciality of this program, the students are undergoing 1 year internship in the industry. So they are getting good practical exposure, which is a need of our. Because strong support of our management, especially our Honorable Secretary Sri Manoj Ray Chhatrapati, Honorary Joint Secretary Sri Suresh Pratap Shinde sir, Treasurer Patil sir, and other society members, and their constant guidance, support, and motivation. We at ASMC COE are doing various activities, and because of we have achieved many more achievements in last few years. Just I mentioned few of them. Our ASMS COE is accredited by NAAC with A+ grade, and ours was the first college at that time to receive A+ grade under new criteria. The college is also received Best Professional College Award by South Pune University. College is recognized as a mentor college by UGC under Paramarsh scheme, and through which we are mentoring 6 different colleges from Maharashtra for preparing them for the NAAC. Our college is also given the gold category by AICTE under CI AICTE Industry Institute linkages. We are not only focusing on the teaching learning process, but we are also providing the various platform for the students to showcase their skill and potential. This IST is one of the platform. As Maurice has rightly mentioned, along with this continuous qualitative teaching learning, students are really doing fantastic. And if you see the every year ranker list, there are many more students from the university ranker list. And it is because of the contribution of the faculty, staff, students' performance, and overall support from the management. We have various student chapters which are really performing very well. We have IST, IT, IEEE, CSI, SAE. So all students are performing fantastic with the help of this chapter, because this is the platform where students are getting opportunity to showcase their skill and potential. And really many more events and activities students are leading, and they are coordinating entire events. Today's this event is also totally coordinated by the students. I really congratulate all the students. And during this pandemic period, we have taken benefit of this timeline which are available, and we have conducted so many activities, technical, even social activities, because we have very strong NSS team. And along with this NSS team, and we are also doing Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Under that, we are adopted 5 villages, and our students and faculty under this NSS team, they are contributing a lot and giving the technical solution for the societies. So in all, for the overall development of the students, platforms are available. Even our management is kind enough to give financial support also for SE and all these activities. Yearly, they are getting more than 15 lakh contribution from the management, and students are doing fantastic. SE, Baha, Supra, EP Cycle, Garudashwa. So these are various teams, and where they are getting a practical exposure, and they are really performing well, and which is helping them to get good opportunities after completion of their graduation. So this IST is also a very good platform. I personally got a lot of benefits through this IST. I attended so many FDPs, STTPs, and programs since last many years, and because of which I could visit various institutions in India, and it was totally sponsored by IST. That is the beauty of IST. They are sponsoring the faculty members to attend the FDPs. Total expenses will be borne by the IST. And now recently also we have received various activities, FTPs and STTPs jointly sponsored by AICT and IST also. So I hope students are taking benefit of this, and Soumya has explained very nicely. She has showcased the activities conducted by our IST student chapter. So I personally thank you, Desai sir, for sparing your valuable time for this today's inaugural event, and also thanks Sinde sir also sparing his time. And I appeal both of you to motivate and guide our students. They are very enthusiastic and energetic. They need more and more motivation. And once again I congratulate Mr. Mawade, faculty advisor of this IST, and his entire team for conducting various activities, and we're expecting many more activities in future, technically as well as social activities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your profound words. Now, I would like to call upon Joint Secretary, AISSM Society, Shri Suresh Shinde, sir.
Om Namah Shivaya. I welcome Dr. Pratap Singh Desai, a son of freedom fighter of Kolhapur. Today is the occasion of Srimant Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj Jayanti. On the same date and on the same day, we are celebrating and inaugurating this particular students chapters program. All students are very much aware the contribution of Srimant Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj in various activities, not only for the education, but Asprushyata, then education, then social activities like women education requirements. He made a Kolhapur Act in those days for the promotion of students from the villages, students of farmers, to join the school for the first standard. And if they don't join it, in those period, it was a cost of 1 rupee. See the value of 1 rupee in 19th century. As a punishment, it was an act, it was a law in those days. The days have changed now. I am seeing Soumya, Shruti and others coming forward on the dais and giving a good speech, and boldly they are coming forward. This is what actually the achievement of the plantation of Sriman Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj in regards of women education. Now, when we are in 2021, in a pandemic COVID situation, you have students, dear students, you have ample of time to go ahead with your laptop and find out so many things. In subject of IST, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai is always helpful to AISSMS. He has given us a scope and development, and he is always his parental support is there all the time for the AISSMS. I am very much proud of Dr. Pratap Singh Desai in this particular his contribution to AISSMS. About this chapter, students chapter, Malviya sir has given a good explanation what he is doing on. We have 8, Dr. Bormane said, we have 8 departments. Malviya sir, you have a scope of 8 departments to go the students and make involvement and motivation of all the students together in this particular activity.
Sure, sir.
Desai sir, I would like to tell you, we have more than 250 industries affiliated to College of Engineering AISSMS. Dr. Bormane sir has executed 1 faculty, 2 industries. That was our motto, and we all jointly we have brought so many industries together and connected with IISSMS COE. And that is helping us. My dear students, you should take the advantage of this total different types of variety types of industries which are connected to AISSMS COE. That is going to make you, give you a different vision. If you insist your teachers, faculty members, yeah, sir, I want to see this industry particularly, definitely you will have a scope to see the industry. Dear students, I will tell you in a very short way, you can have a good degree, you can have a good rank, you can fulfill with the good ranks, but you cannot fulfill your bank account in that. For that, you require what is going on in the existing scenario of industry, that you have to learn, and then only you are going to be a good entrepreneur. I would like to see these boys, girls, they become a good entrepreneur out of this particular chapter. They should use the stepping stone and go ahead with all these things. As a AISSMS, on behalf of our Honorary General Secretary, Maloji Raje, I am here with you all. His vision is very much keen to see that everything, every unit of every college, we have so many other faculties also like pharmacy, MBA and others, get touch with all, interact with all the students together. You may get some link out of that. Make a group, and have a good startups. For that, we are there to go out and help as a parental unit of AISSMS. I am myself running my industry for more than 40 years. And that experience definitely I would like to share with all you all, that what you can do. From scratch, you can start the industry. You don't need the backing of your parents and other things. You can, the government systems, other activities are ready to finance you as much as you want. So the finance is not a hurdle. The hurdle is your talent and your vision, and much more important, your confidence. You should be confident of your activity, what you want to go ahead, then definitely the success is yours. today we are going to learn and discuss about this particular growth of professional technical students. In that, definitely, these all things are to be considered. And go to rural area, start a business there. Now the entire globe is in your hand. Anywhere, if you start the industry, it is not necessary to be in the urban area. You can go to your village also and start the good industry. That is what actually the government of India is also expecting from you all. Not only going for MS into US is going to serve you and give you some good job. They may give you good job, but what satisfaction you want to have yourself, that is very important for you, and you will definitely achieve it when you all are in COE AISSMS under the roof of Dr. Burmane sir, and definitely he is going to flourish you, nurture you in a very good, decent way. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you very much. And,
Thank you, sir.
yes, sir. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you very much.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you, sir. It was great hearing from you, and I'm sure many students took motivation from you. Now, I would like to call upon Ms. Sabha Said to introduce us to our guest of honor.
Thank you, Shruti. It's my privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai, President, Indian Society for Technical Education, IST Students Chapter, New Delhi. Dr. Pratap Singh Desai needs no introduction as he is very well known and one of the most distinguished personalities around the globe. Yet the occasion demands, and here it is in brief. Dr. Pratap Singh Desai is the youngest ever president of the prestigious organization IST. He completed his PhD from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He has completed master's degree in mechanical engineering and also a master's of business administration. Son of Sri Krantivir Kaka Saheb Desai, the most sought freedom fighter. The Desai family rendered 5 freedom fighters to the nation, and he was raised with strong principles and values. He is the chairman of Indian Dean Council and represents India in Global Deans Council, convener of Maharashtra State Technical Teachers Association, and president of Moni Vidyapeeth Staff Association. Also member of the Advisory Committee for Overall Curriculum Development Cell, IIT New Delhi. Dr. Pratap Singh Desai has actively participated as a member of All India Federation for Polytech Teachers Association. Currently, he is working on salaries to be paid by the state government to self-financed engineering institutes. And in addition to that, he is a member of various committees and task teams constituted by the government of Maharashtra. He visited 35 prominent universities in the world to study technical scenario around the globe. At Chicago, US, he addressed the Conference on Diversity in Technical Education. Dr. Pratap Singh Desai attended and participated as member of Indian delegation on various international meets, such as World Engineering Education Forum, International Federation of Engineering Education Societies in countries like US, Canada, England, France, Germany, Argentina, Brazil, China, and Japan. He was invited to deliver a special address at the University of AMVO, Ethiopia, and these are just a few of the many achievements of Dr. Desai. We feel really blessed and lucky at the same time. It is a pleasure for all of us to have such a great personality amongst us. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Pratap Singh Desai to inaugurate AISSMS IST Students Chapter.
Good afternoon, one and all present over here. Honorable Sunday sir, the Joint Secretary of AISSMS Education Society, my dear friend and the principal of this institution, Professor Burmane sir, the faculty advisor of IST, Nitin Mawle, student participants, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make use of this opportunity to thank Dr. Burmane, who was in continuous touch with me and who is responsible for inviting me over here and providing me an opportunity to interact with the students, that is the next generation, which is the future of this nation. So thank you very much for inviting me over here, sir. I'm very happy to inaugurate the student chapter of IST in AISMS. And I declare that the student chapter of IST in AISMS COE is inaugurated. My dear friends, when we talk about a professional body, a role of a professional body or the professional society like IST and its chapter, or having its chapter, let me brief in 1 minute about what exactly the IST is, because many of you knows that, but many students may not be knowing. IST is a national professional non-profit making body working in the field of technical education since 1941. So IST is established in 1941, and it works for the betterment of the students, works for the betterment of the faculty, it works for the upliftment of the entire education system. We work with the membership base, a huge membership base. A life membership of IST right now is around 1,72,000, meaning 1,72,000 teachers of the faculties are our life members. Out of 4,800 plus engineering institutions, 4,300 plus engineering institutions are our members, including all IITs, NITs, and IISc. We have a chapters or sections rather. We have a sections in each state of this country. And we work with more than 3,000 chapters, student chapters, and almost 2,800 faculty chapters. So with this huge infrastructure, with this huge network, we work for the betterment of the technical education system. I welcome you all to the family of the IST. IST will provide you, because these professional societies provide you a platform where you can interact with your counterparts, where you get an opportunity to interact with the students from the Pune, from the Maharashtra, from the entire nation, and even global. Because we have our international chapter sections also. We have our section in Dubai, we have it in Muscat, we have it in Sri Lanka, we have it in Nepal, we have it in certain African countries, and recently we are planning to start, and the discussion is going on, we are planning to have it in Australia also. So we are working at a global level now, because the students, those are coming out of the institutions, the students, those who are pouring into the market, are not for the Indian market, not for the local market, but they are for the global market. And therefore, you don't have to compete with your classmates. You don't have to compete with your college mates. You have to compete with your counterparts across the globe. And therefore, unless you know where exactly you are, you just cannot set up a bar or the benchmark where you want to go, or where you want to reach. So my dear friends, unless you know yourself, and to know yourself, you have to come to some common platform, and providing such platform at a national and international level is a role of a professional bodies. And I think we are doing that. So my dear friends, few years back, I think it was in May of 2017, I was there in Canada, in University of Toronto, wherein the IFES, that is International Federation of Engineering Education Societies convention was organized, and almost 107 countries represented. The major issue or the major concern of the discussion was how to meet the ever-rising demand of the technocrats. The experts worldwide were talking at that time, if we need approximately 110 technocrats. So it's a global need. So 110 crore technocrats by the year 2020. So last year. So that's a need of technocrats, global need. And yes, we are facing this acute shortage of the technocrats. And the entire world is looking at this. Entire world is hopeful about the India to at least satisfy this need to a certain extent. Because providing or producing or supplying 110 crores of engineers is not a joke. My dear friend, there are 3-4 reasons for that. Number one, India is working with the largest installed capacity of producing engineers. We produce almost 12 to 13 lakhs of technocrats every year. Some 10 years back, it was 18 lakhs. Now it has dropped down to 12 lakhs. So we produce 12 lakhs of technocrats every year, and rest of world produces almost 8 lakhs of engineers. If we go with these pace, it will take 100 more years to reach this requirement. So, number one, I was talking about we are working with the largest installed capacity of producing engineers. Number two, our ancestors, our Indian students, those who have migrated abroad, have proved their stuff. So you name in any industry in the world, multinational leading industry in the world, right from the Microsoft, Google, IBM, and Amazon, any company, you will find 30% of Indian engineers. IBM is working with 28%, Google is working with 32%. Boeing is working with almost 34%. Apple is working with 29%. So almost name any company, any leading company, take top 10 companies in the world, and you will find minimum 30% of Indian engineers there. That means Indian engineers are into the driving seat of the technological wagon of this world. That's one point. Again, that generation was different, and this generation is different. Aspiration of that generation, because I'm in my late 50s now. I have seen almost 4 or 5 generations before me. So when I was studying, the aspiration of the students was to go to the US, some developed nation, work there and settle. After that, the new generation, the generation after that, their aspiration changed. And their aspiration was go to US and work for some good companies like IBM, Apple, Amazon, or Google. So aspiration was more focused. So going abroad, going into the developed companies and working for some companies, selected companies. After that, generation after that, again their aspiration changed. And their aspiration became, so they wanted to go to US, work for such big banners, and not to work for such banners, such companies, but be leaders of that companies, be the CEOs of that companies. And we have a long range and long list of such CEOs. We have a Satya Nadella, we have a Sundar Pichai, we have a Jay Vijayan of Tesla, we have a recent IBM CEO. Many companies you will find Indian CEOs sitting there, not sitting there, taking these companies to the new heights. So that was the aspiration of that generation, but this generation is altogether different. This generation, aspiration of this generation is totally different. They just don't want to go abroad. They just want to go and work there for some company, some good company, and be CEO of those companies. But their aspiration is to create such companies here in India. And this generation, believe me, they are less patient about solving the technical problem. And they want a quicker and faster solution for any social problem, any technological problem. And they believe that technology is a tool and technology has a potential to answer any such problem. Any such problem, that is their belief. This is a new India. But on the other hand, on the counter, what has happened? I got an opportunity to meet Honorable E. Sridhar a few years back on the eve of a Teachers' Day. And while discussing, he said, "Hey, gentlemen, I have a lot of engineers around me, but unfortunately, I cannot hire them because they are not real engineers." What exactly is real engineer? Because we have not many engineers around, and the issue of the unemployability in the engineering is at the surface. You will find many unemployed engineers or underemployed, I can say, because this is a time where you can get an engineer for 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees. 2 years back, I was there in one of the reputed institution, engineering college in Bangalore. And when I entered, I saw the list of recruiters, list of the companies, those were having some MOs or some connection, some understanding with that institution. So hundreds of companies, big companies, big names. So I just congratulated the chairman of this institution, who is a very eminent academician. You may be knowing him, Dr. Professor N.R. Shetty, who was the 3 times Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University, Director of NIT Surathkal, and almost 8 years the chairman of IST also. All top positions he has occupied. So I congratulated him, and sir said that I have seen the list and you are doing a fabulous job. He laughed at me. And he said, these lists and these companies, they are cheaters. I was surprised. I said, gentlemen, these companies want our students to work for them for the package of 2.5 lakhs, for the package of 3 lakhs, at the most for the package of 5, 6, 7 lakhs rupees. What 2.5 lakhs one makes? It's just 12 to 15,000 rupees a month. These students studies almost 40 subjects. They give almost 400 different examinations, this tests and all, and almost spends 4 years. At the end of a day, if somebody says that you are not employable, and even if you are employable, your worth is just 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees. It is nothing but cheating the students or exploiting the students. Why this is happening? Today, sometimes I have an example of a driver earning more than an engineer, plumber earning more than an engineer. I have a few examples of that. I don't say that the engineering is that cheap. But my dear friends, we have reduced our expectations. We are not doing our real engineering job. That is what E. Sridharan sir said. Real engineering is something different. Civil engineer working on the site of a civil engineering site, doing a supervision is not a real engineering job. IT technician working in the call center is not a real engineering job. Real engineering is something different. Engineer always thinks of something new, something novel, something better. He always thinks of making tomorrow better than today. He always thinks of minimizing the efforts. He always thinks of reducing cost, reducing time, and they never think of evolutionary changes. They believe into the revolutionary changes. So why it has happened? On one hand, there are huge opportunities. On the other hand, we have sufficient engineers, and on another side, we don't have jobs. Why it is happening? So even though there are engineers, even though there are opportunities, those engineers are not getting those opportunities. They are not being paid, or justice is not being made with them. I feel this is because we are not taken the engineering into the right sense. And because one survey was, I just take a minute for give you one information about one survey conducted by the Stanford on the students studying in China, India, and Russia. And the findings of those surveys are the Indian students do exceptionally good till their 12th standard. They're exceptionally good till 12th standard, but after that, when they enter into the graduation, they fail miserably. They miserably fail with their counterparts. So that means we are very much serious about the education till you enter into the real education. Because real education starts when you have to gain the knowledge and convert that knowledge into the technology. Our students work hard from 8, 9, 10, 11th standard, 12th standard, and after cracking toughest entrance examination in the world, that is JEE, then they get an admission to the institutions like IITs, NITs, or some good reputed engineering colleges like AISMS. There they lose the enthusiasm of learning. They feel that the motto of my life is over. And because they feel that my future is secure now. Somehow I get a job. Because they work for the job. One survey was conducted on the students studying in IITs and NITs. 6,500 students were surveyed, and one question was asked. And the question was, what is the motivation why you are studying in this institution? What is the motivation? Almost 86% of the students gave the similar answer, and the answer was to get a good job, to secure our future. The cream of a nation, because the students, these are the top 10% of the students. The students, those who are studying in the IITs, NITs, and top engineering college, they are the cream of the nation. And if the cream of a nation thinks of their future, thinks for securing their future, then where is appetite for research? Where is appetite for innovation? Once APJ Abdul Kalam has said that without innovation, there cannot be a nation. Without innovation, without research, there cannot be an engineering. Because engineering and research are synonymous terms. Without engineering, there cannot be a research, and without research, there cannot be an engineering. Unless we think of converting the knowledge into the technology or making use of the knowledge to solve the real life problem, it will not become a technology. We are confused between information and the knowledge. Whatever you read, whatever you get from the nets, whatever we teach you in the class is just information. It's not a knowledge. When you will think on this knowledge, when you will think on this information, that information gets converted. And when that knowledge is used to solve the real life problem, the job of a real engineer is to convert the information into the knowledge by thinking, and to convert that knowledge, to make use of this knowledge to solve the real life problem is a technology. It's a cycle. Money is converted into the knowledge through research. So research needs a lot of money. That money is converted into the knowledge by research, and that knowledge is converted into the technology. When that knowledge is converted into the technology, because technology generates the money, again converted into the money, and again that money is to be poured back into the research. That cycle continues. If that doesn't happen, that entire chain is incomplete, and that is what's happening in our case. Though we have big names, though we have a good brains, it is said that America is a land of opportunities. But my dear friends, my country, our country is a land of ideas, and this world is being ruled by ideas now. Take top 10 companies in the world. Name top 10 companies in the world now. All of them have started in one generation. One generation. It's a game of one generation. They have not started 3-4 generations like Tatas or Arcelors and Fords and all. This generation has started 30 years, 35 years, and latest 10 years. So these companies are working on new ideas. To be successful into the business today, to be an entrepreneur, you don't have to have a huge money to be invested now. You don't have to have a huge infrastructure or earn reputation. What you have to have is a knowledge. good ideas. And fortunately, we people are very strong into that. But where we lack is we don't have that courage to pursue those ideas. Unless those ideas are pursued, unless those ideas are converted into the technology, those ideas are important. What you have is not important, but what you do with what you have is important. Belief in yourself is important. We have to learn to believe in ourselves. We don't believe ourselves because we fear for the failures. We are not trained to manage the failure, to handle the failure. Parent does not want their child to fail in the class. Believe me, the top people in the world, they are majority of them are dropouts. They were never scholar in their course. They always attack, they always manage the failure. If you get anything without failure, it may be victory. But if you get something with successive failures, it makes a history, and this country makes a history makers now, and not the history readers. And history makers, इतिहास बनवायचा असेल तर त्याला वेड पांघरावं लागतं. वेडे इतिहास बनवतात आणि शहाणे तो वाचतात. आम्हाला वेड्यांची फौज पाहिजे की जो इतिहास घडवेल आणि हा देश घडवेल. हा देश बनवणारी वेड्यांची फौज जर तयार करायची असेल तर try to attack or manage the failure. I was listening, I was reading one sports magazine, leading sports magazine. I read this interview given by Michael Jordan. I think he's Jordan, famous basketball player. He said, I missed 700 shots in my life. My team entrusted me 32 times to take a match-winning shot, and I failed. So I failed over and over. I failed again and again, and today I'm a Michael Jordan. So unless you face the problem, attack the problem, you will never, and for that you must be prepared for hardships also. Basically, you have to believe yourself and you have to understand yourself. What exactly you are is very important. As early you realize what exactly you are, you will reach your destination quite faster. We have a classical example of Sachin Tendulkar. When he was studying in the 6th standard, his coach, he told him that you can play a good cricket, you can be a good cricketer, and he realized that, and he focused on the cricket. People say that Sachin Tendulkar has not passed his 12th standard. It doesn't matter. Because in today's 12th standard book, there is a topic on Sachin Tendulkar. He is a Bharat Ratna. So he made a history because he realized himself at an earlier stage. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, at the age of की ज्या वयात स्वराज्य म्हणजे काय हे कळत नसतं किंवा माहिती नसतं, त्या वयात स्वराज्याची शपथ घेऊन अवघ्या वयाच्या 53व्या वर्षापर्यंत 53 वर्षाच्या आयुष्यात स्वराज्याची उभारणी करण्याचं ध्येय त्या माणसानं बघितलं, ते यशस्वी केलं because he realized himself at the earlier. So my dear friends, each one of you has to realize it. Unless you realize yourself, then you will feel that I will be engineer and I work for somebody else. It's a problem. It's not engineering. It's engineering as a technical clerk. So my dear friends, we have to be innovative. We have to attack the problems of the poor. Innovation is always not rocket science. Work for the people, those who are at the bottom of the economic pyramid. 85% of the people, they account only for 2.5% of the wealth, world's wealth. Top 10% of the people accounts for 85% of the world's wealth. Almost 400 crore population of this world, their earning is just less than $2 a day, 150 or 200 rupees a day. So we have to work for them. Unless we make use of technology to change their lives, this technology will be a social sin. एक सामाजिक अपराध असेल. Mahatma Gandhi has written one book on 7 social sins. He said, "Ki sapt samajik aparadh kya hai? Politics without principle. The person doing politics without principle is committing a social sin. एक सामाजिक अपराध करता है. Business without ethics is a social sin. Character, education without character is a social sin. If you don't have a character, taking education is social sin. And we have examples of that. All educated people like Nirav Modi, Harshad Mehta, then Vijay Mallya, Lalit Modi. They were all educated people, but looked and cheated this country for thousands of crore rupees and left this country because no character. When I was school going, आमच्या भिंतीवर जाताना गावभर भिंतीवर लिहिलं असायचं अडाणी बाप घालला होता आणि अडाणी आई फिरवायचा. अडाणी बाप काय त्रास देतो? I didn't understand. अडाणी बाप फार फार तर he may work for a day and in the evening have some drink and make some noise in his house. If more aggressive, he will be trouble for a whole life. Not for the entire village or definitely not the country. I'm not advocating alcoholism, but his nuisance is limited. The nuisance these educated people have created, it's a problem to the nation. We just cannot think of coming out of the poverty because of such people. So unless you have a character, taking education is a social sin. And similarly, developing a technology without humanity, without taking account for the, because humanity has to be at the core. Such technology is to be developed, otherwise that technology is a social sin. So my dear friends, we have to take care of this. This generation, I believe, is very, very fast. This generation is less patient. This patient believe in themselves. Because belief is very important. Belief makes your thoughts. Your belief will make your thoughts. Your thought will make your action. Your action will make your habit. Your habit will make your character, and your character will make your destiny, and your destiny will make the destiny of this nation. My dear friends, with this, I just would like to appeal you making use of this platform. Let us join hands together. Let us work for the betterment of the mankind. Think of a big purpose, not study, not work for the betterment of you, your family, your house, your wife. पैर में मोच एंड सोची छोटी सोच कभी किसी को आगे बढ़ने नहीं देगी. Think big, big for the mankind, big for the planet Earth, and definitely automatically think things will be better, and this planet Earth will be the better place for everyone to live. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Om Namah Shivaya, sir. Thank you.
That was really informative and has surely motivated a lot among us. So congratulations, everyone. Finally, AISSMS COE IST student chapter has been inaugurated. We are ecstatic to share this wonderful moment with you all. We are glad to share this moment with you on auspicious day of Rajashri Shahu Maharaj Jayanti, who is founder of prestigious AISSM Society. We are glad to inaugurate our IST students chapter on this day. Also, we have here the executive head of the IST students chapter, New Delhi. We would like to welcome him, sir. Now, moving further, I would like to call upon Anushka Joshi to explain us about the membership drive.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Anushka, a core team member of the IST Students Chapter AISSMS COE, will be explaining you the process of our membership drive. As we know, for taking the IST membership, we require to fill this hard copy of the form and submit it to the respective coordinators. But since we are trapped in this lockdown situation, it becomes difficult to get the hard copy because all the shops are closed. So we have proposed a model for the membership drive. Here we'll be providing you a Google form of a membership link with all the fields that will be present in the actual ISTE form. You just have to fill this form and pay the membership amount using the QR code that will be provided in your Google form. Then these parameters will be mapped on the actual IST membership form, which we showed you earlier. We also have a specimen of the form that has been already filled by a student of ours. And this form is filled by Bhaskar. He had already filled the Google form, and the details have been mapped on the actual form. So this is the soft copy of a filled form. So once everything is done, you'll get an email confirming your membership along with the soft copy of this filled form and the payment invoice receipt. And that's it. It's a very simple process. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushka. That was really informative. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Bhaskar Soman to deliver.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
If any questions are there, students or faculty members related with any membership drive or any questions you want to ask to sir, so please take the questions. Maybe those questions may be available in chat box. Soumya.
Okay, sir.
थँक्यू देसाई सर, खूप छान ऍड्रेस झाला तुमचा.
थँक्यू सर.
नाही, आमची मुलं आणखीन एक्साइट झाले बरं का. बघा, त्यांनी फॉर्म सुद्धा गुगल थ्रू मॅप केला त्यांनी.
नो दॅट इज सर खरोखरच खूपच सुंदर आयडिया आहे की गुगल फॉर्म मध्ये, कारण पॅन्डेमिक मध्ये हा प्रॉब्लेम सगळीकडे जाणवतोय आणि बरेच जण विचारतायत की स्टुडंट मेंबरशिप बद्दल काय, की कॉलेजमध्ये जाऊन आम्हाला भरता येत नाही किंवा काय करायचं. So this is, I congratulate the students of AISMS, and I am thinking of taking it to the national level.
Yes, sir.
It's a very good this thing, initiative.
And sir, this is the all initiative is taken by students only. Nobody has directed them, but they have come with some innovative idea. And they said that, sir, can you demonstrate in front of president, sir? So I said that means definitely sir will appreciate that, and he will be just motivating you to take that at national level. So thank you very much, sir. Soumya, is there any questions?
No, sir, but
No, sir.
the box is flooding with the congratulations and the comments like very informative session, great session, knowledgeable session. So
Sir, I want to ask one question as a faculty advisor.
Okay.
Sir, our students are facing some problem related with funding for their project work. So is there any possibility available in IST to get that project funding for the UG students, PG students, as well as PhD students?
So project funding, actually we directly do not do. We fund for FDPs, faculty development programs, conferences, and some activities of the students. If student conduct some competition or something, we fund for that. But for the project, what we are doing right now, we have a tie-up with few multinationals now. Like Cisco is with us, Red Hat is with us. We have a collaboration with Blue Prism, Palo Alto. So there are many, and few of them are ready to give the projects. If the theme is okay, they may be funding for the project also. They will be guiding and funding the project. So even P3 is with us in this context. So I think maybe in the next week or so, that notification will be out, so that the student can submit their theme of the project, or what we call it as abstract, or about their idea, and there will be a scrutiny committee. And in the first phase, we are planning to fund almost 1,000 projects across the country. This will be just pilot. After that, looking at the success, we will be increasing that. And one more thing, we are launching 150,000 free internships of 90 hours. These are not the internships of 20 hours or 15 hours or like that. 90 hours internship. And according to the new education policy, and even UGC has now come up with awarding the credits of such internships. So when we have submitted our proposal to EIS, if they consider these internships for credits, then again it will be reduced. It will reduce the burden of the students for studying additional subjects and all. So these internships will be free, and based on the performance of the students, they will be paid also. So that is, we are launching maybe in the next month, by the 15th or 20th of July. Just because of the pandemic, we have been locked down at our places. Next week, I am going to Delhi, and once final meeting with the ICT, we will be announcing it.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Nice initiative. And sir, for your information, we have introduced this internship in electronics in third engineering for 4 credits. So we are going to give 4 credits for the third year students for doing internship. For
Very good.
4 So your proposal will be beneficial for our students also.
definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And one more thing, sir, again, see if you can do at a national level. So some of the students are from a rural background as well as they are not having the financial conditions. So in some professional societies, so scholarship kind of structure is there for the meritorious students and their parents' income is less than maybe 3 lakh rupees. So if it is possible to start that kind of concept also in IST student chapter for the IST student chapter members, that will be again a great initiative, sir. So this is our suggestion. So we see if it can
No,
be
yeah.
implemented.
It's I do understand, and it's a very good suggestion. We are actually because in our country, giving scholarship at a UG level is not a practice now. We think of giving scholarships and funding for the PG and PhDs. But I think this is a very nice suggestion. We can take up this to the Ministry of Education because this will require huge funding. And once government supports it, yes, definitely. Thank you very much for a very positive and a nice suggestion. We will take it up with the ministry.
Thank you, sir. So any other questions
From the
If you
students?
have, if you
Yes,
have any
please.
questions, you can post it in the chat box.
And sir, just last point, I want to just, for your information, I'm telling you. So, sir, right now, means in our engineering education, we are going for OBE system, sir. So, means what we have done means whatever the kind of activities we are performing in the student chapters. So, we are clubbing those activities from NAC and NBA point of view, and that too for OBE system, sir. So, whatever the kind of activities students are arranging, so we are mapping that with the program outcomes as well as the course outcomes of as per the NBA and NAC. And students are doing the entire thing. They are doing the marketing. They are doing the publicity. They are making the apps and so many things they are doing, sir, in our professional society student chapter. And with your again, sir, guidance means definitely means we can do miracles. So thank you very much, sir, for your time and what are the motivations you have given to our students. Okay, Shruti, go ahead.
Thank you. Encourage
Yes,
maximum students to be the IST student members. It's not very costly. I think it's just 200 rupees for entire your student like this thing. We are doing many things for the student. Recently, since last 7-8 years, we are sending some 20 students. We select 20 students across the country and send them for 1 month international workshop. And that workshop is being conducted at wherever the IFES conference is conducted. I think it was in before pandemic. It was last time it was conducted in this thing, Chile. Prior to that, it was there in Canada. So like that, the places changes, and all 20 students we sponsor them free of cost. So and that is based on the performance of the chapter. We don't here take examination and select a bright student, nothing like that. We as a society, we don't believe in standardizing or sorting the students on the basis of the marks. It's the performance of the topic and the involvement of the student into the activities. Based on that, we do it.
So we started with 506 members, and before we could inaugurate, we got so many inquiries. I think we get around 15 inquiries every day for membership.
yeah.
So I
Like the diploma students are too excited now to take the membership.
That's
And,
why we decided.
That's really great.
And even
We
sir,
can
Also-
think of conducting national
you
student
will-
convention at your
Yeah.
institution.
thank you, sir.
Thank
And
you
again,
so
sir,
much, sir.
and again, sir, means from the faculty members
Oh,
also,
sure,
I'm
sir. We
from the
will
faculty members.
have that convention in our premises.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Yeah,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
Because you have a beautiful premises and supportive management
Oh,
and
no, sure.
such enthusiastic student. What else we need? We
Yes,
can do it.
yes. And one
Yes,
more
sir,
thing,
yes,
sir.
sir.
And one more thing, sir, from the faculty members also,
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
from abroad also, we are getting the inquiries from, can we get that membership?
Definitely,
Yes, sir.
definitely.
Yes,
In
sir.
the registration form, there are many entries from UAE and Nepal and all.
So, in our faculty development program, what we have ended yesterday only, we have got many inquiries regarding the IST student chapter membership. So, sorry, faculty chapter membership and all. And from the international participants also, they have inquired, and
Yes,
4-5 members. So, definitely, I will just forward
we can
those,
definitely
I think
we
we
can
can
definitely make them members
Yeah.
because we have chapters abroad. We don't have any problem in enrolling the foreign faculties.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nowadays, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we will take advantage of that, sir. Definitely.
Okay, Shruti, go ahead.
Definitely,
Yes,
definitely,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So moving forward, as our session has come to an end, I would like to call upon Mr. Bhaskar Soman to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shruti. I, Bhaskar Soman, Secretary, AISSMS IST Students Chapter, also student of AISSMS College of Engineering, regard this as an honor and take this privilege to propose the vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who work really hard to make this event a grand success. On behalf of AISSMS College of Engineering, Pune, AISSMS COE IST Students Chapter, I thank our Honorary Secretary, Shri Maloji Raje Chhatrapati Sir, Honorary Joint Secretary of AISSM Society, SP Shinde Sir, Honorary Treasurer of AISSM Society, Mr. Ajay Patil Sir, Governing Council and Managing Committee of AISSM Society for their constant support and providing us a platform to conduct such events. I would like to extend my genuine thanks to our most valued Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Pratap Singh Desai Sir. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely benefit us. I would like to thank Dr. Ashok More, Sir, Executive Council Member, IST New Delhi, for his guidance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by our respected Principal, Sir, Dr. D.S. Burmani, Sir. Thank you, sir, for promoting and helping us to do our best. I thank to Professor Nitin Maule, sir, for his constant support and guidance. I also extend thanks to all the heads of department, teaching and non-teaching staff for their participation. Last but not least, I thank all the volunteers for their enormous cooperation in organizing this wonderful event. Our sincere gratitude to all the enthusiastic participants for attending this event and making it memorable. Thank you so much.